State lawmakers are trying to tackle several issues within Maine's childcare system this session, with more than 30 bills on the table. Good evening, I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Zach Blanchard. There are thousands of kids in Maine who don't have access to daycares, and it's not for lack of space, but lack of teachers. Lawmakers heard arguments on 3 of these bills this afternoon. News Center Maine's Jackie Mundry explains.
The need for childcare is something parents across the state deal with every day, but 40% of daycare facilities say they're understaffed.
Until we address and fully invest in these workforce challenges, that we'll continue to see access and affordability as a barrier across Maine in childcare.
Heather Martin researched the gaps in the childcare system for Maine Association of the Education of Young Children. Martin testified in favor of 2 childcare bills on Tuesday. One would allow more children at facilities. The other would increase funding for families in need of childcare who can't afford it.
Working families rely on it and depend on it. It's a backbone of Maine's economy. As well as just supporting healthy development and growth for young children.
Another bill aims to not only beef up the childcare workforce, but to support young people who live and work in Maine.
We haven't yet put our money where our mouth is and really paid essential workers like essential workers that they are.
The proposal by Senator Jill Baldacci helps students and recent grads pay for school, as long as they are working in a childcare setting. It would cover up to $6,000 in tuition costs per year.
I'm hoping that it will help young people be attracted to do childcare, particularly while they're going to like the University of Maine or another university.
The lack of childcare is not only a problem here in Maine, but across the country. Senate President Troy Jackson and lawmakers from other states spoke to the White House about what can be done.
Obviously moved itself up from all the states to the White House. That childcare is a priority in this country, and it really needs to be, and it should have been for a long time, and we're like finally catching up on that.
Jackson agrees with Baldacci that these workers need to be paid more and have more incentives to solve the childcare issue. In Augusta, Jackie Mundry, News Center, Maine.
Now, other childcare bills are working their way through the legislative process and will be proposed later this session.